He said that the Quran in chapter 10, verses 90-92 says that the Pharaoh's body would be preserved, the Pharaoh of the Exodus, as a sign for future generations. Now, I want this man here to show me the name of the Pharaoh. Which Pharaoh?
Before that, before that, just let's finish the embryology one and then let's
hold
go
on,
to
we'll
this.
get to the embryology because this is going to be long.
Because I don't find anything wrong there. That's why you just got 1 point of ovum. That's it, right? But is this specifically wrong?
Hi, amazing viewers. Welcome to Christianity over Islam with Shamoun. And on today's amazing debate, True Muslim meltdown over Quran scientific errors. Let's watch this amazing video.
You're not.
Yes, I am, because you get people angry because you don't answer directly. What verse are you looking at?
The main point is that this is saying that the bones exist, and then Allah covers the bones or clothes the bone with flesh.
Open this link up. You don't need to know science. There's a section by Dr. William Campbell in Quran and the Bible, Light of History and Science, in response to Dr. Maurice Bouquet, the Bible and the Quran and Science. So I just sent you the link. So if you notice, he goes through all the verses of the Quran that talk about embryonic development, and he demonstrates medically they are mistaken. He looks at the Arabic, specifically the word thumma, and he actually shows you that the 4 stages of embryonic development mentioned in the Quran was something that the Quran was parroting from already known medical knowledge, such as Galen, O mankind, if you have doubt about the resurrection, that we have created you from dust, then from a drop of seed, then from a clot, then from a little lump of flesh, shapely and shapeless. And then 23:12-14, verily we created man from a product of wet earth, then placed him as a drop of seed in a safe lodging. Then we fashioned the drop a clot, and of the clot we fashion a lump, and of the lump we fashion bones, and we clothe the bones with meat. Then we produce it as another creation. So he goes through the stages: nutfa, alaqa, mudagha, and Adam bones. And then he explains, first problem is the word alaqa, and he shows what alaqa means, a clot of blood. And that's medically wrong. At no point in the development of the embryo is it a clot of blood, a blood clot. And he shows the Arabic lexicons and the various Quranic translations, and it's blood clot, clot of blood. That's wrong. No embryologist will say at any time is the embryo a blood clot. That's first mistake. But then if you scroll down, he gives you a couple other problems. See, look what he says. As every reader who has studied human and reproduction will realize, there is no stage as a clot during the formation of a fetus. So then he goes and tries to show how Maurice Bouquet had to butcher the Arabic and reinvent meanings for Arabic terms to make it fit with modern scientific facts. Because Maurice Bouquet was reinventing terms for the Arabic to make it agree with modern scientific discoveries, whereas all the Arabic lexicons and standard translations of these verses by Muslims do not render it the way Maurice Bouquet proposed, because Maurice Bouquet, who was the physician for King Faisal, who was being paid by King Faisal, wrote this book in 75, trying to show that the Quran is a miracle, as the Bible's full of errors. Now, surprise, surprise, the man comes up with a book that praises the Quran when he was the physician of King Faisal of Saudi Arabia.
Being paid lots of money.
He wasn't the physician of King Faisal just for no reason, Sam. There was a specific reason why he became the physician.
Yes, very specific reason, and that's why it is a coincidence that when he's going to write a book about the Quran, he praises it. While
wasn't he the one who did a research on the pharaoh of Ramses II?
Do you want me to embarrass you with that because he turned out to be lying through his teeth? Because I have an article explaining to him. You're laughing again?
Yeah, no, I'm not laughing. I'm just breathing heavy.
Let me show you why that argument you raised is going to prove the Quran is a lie from the pit of hell.
No, but before that,
can you show me in the Quran the name of the Pharaoh?
Can you tell us the argument first, just because we didn't understand the argument?
Yeah,
can you tell
supposedly, this fraud, Maurice Bouquet, which is already refuted in this book and in my article, he said that the Quran in chapter 10, verses 90-92 says that the Pharaoh's body would be preserved, the Pharaoh of the Exodus, as a sign for future generations. Now, I want this man here to show me the name of the Pharaoh. Which Pharaoh?
Before that, just let's finish the embryology one and then let's go to
we'll
this.
get to the embryology because this is going to be long.
Because I don't find anything wrong there. That's why you just got 1 point of ovum. That's it, right? But is this specifically wrong?
Show where it's mentioned.
It doesn't have to. It doesn't.
Guy, I'm going to make it simple for you.
It doesn't have to agree with what scientific words are there.
What does it cling to?
I'm not sorry. Say that again.
Okay, you're not listening. Here, Maurice Bouquet says the thing which clings. That's how he butchers the Arabic. So now the challenge is clings to what?
Why do you do that? Why do you need that?
Because he is proposing new meanings for Arabic terms that are not supported by the Arabic lexicons or the Muslim translations. So now, if he's going to invent new meanings, then we're going to insist, okay, since you want to translate alaqa as the things which clings, whereas everyone translates it blood clot, which is an error. So first mistake, show me any embryologist that says that the embryo becomes a blood clot, because that's what alaqa means.
It's not necessary what alaka means that it is blood clot. One, I'll get to that. I'll get to that, Sam. Let's
go back up to all the Quranic translations. So you're wasting your time.
Look, I do have better things to do, Sam. Safe.
Alaqa means blood clot. The ignoramus didn't want to deal with the fact that alaqa, clot of blood, there is no embryologist that agrees that the embryo becomes a clot of blood. This is wrong, but the Quran says it becomes alaqa, and he shows you that means blood clot, clot of blood.
I just had really two questions, and then I just wanted to really discuss the questions.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, my voice is going. I have a really bad cold.
Go ahead. Go ahead, I'm listening. Go ahead.
You can hear me fine, yeah?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Right. That's good, yeah. Okay, it says, I've heard something about saying in the Bible, the earth's flat.
And why would you have a problem with that when the Quran teaches that the earth is flat? Are you being consistent?
Specifically, I found in Genesis 1, line 7.
Yaqeen, you're not listening. Yaqeen, listen to me. Why are you a Muslim if you're honest and consistent? Because if your argument that the Bible teaches a flat earth, the Quran teaches the earth is flat, and I got about 10 verses that say that.
So do you accept the fact that the earth's flat there?
No, you didn't answer my question, so I'm not going to let you tap dance.
So
if I show you,
it's flat.
Yaqeen, so you're talking over me, that means you're not listening. That means you're a troll. So I'm going to try it again to test you.
If I show you and you answered the question with
now you got to get out of here, buddy. By the way, I'm not saying the Bible teaches a flat earth. What I'm saying is, if he's honest when he's not, he just buried the Quran because it teaches that the earth is flat. Now watch chapter 71, verse 19. And God has made the earth a flat expanse for you. This is, again, the two Jalals, Tafsir al-Jalalain, on chapter 88, verse 20. The verse says, and the earth, how it was laid out flat. Sutahat. As for his words, sutahat. Sutahat, laid out flat. This, on a literal reading, suggests that the earth is flat, which is the opinion of most of the scholars of law, meaning Muslim scholars of Sharia, and not a sphere as astronomers have it. So you just buried your wicked friend, this deceiver, Yaqeen. And then notice chapter 84, verse 3-4, and when the earth is flattened out, mudad, now scroll down. What's the definition of mud? Now remember these, here it is, this article I give you, the Arabic lexicons. These wicked sons of the devil who think they're going to lie about the Arabic. What does the Arabic say the word mud means?
To draw a thing, namely a rope, pull a thing, stretch a thing, strain a thing, extend by drawing or pulling, stretch forth, to prolong, expand, elongate, lengthen a thing, spread or spread out, delay or defer a thing, continue a thing, to help or aid someone, to advance, to increase, to supply ink, put ink into something.
Does that sound like that the earth is a sphere if you're stretching it out to elongate it?
No.
Okay, now read the next definitions if you can.
Mad, mudud, extension, distension, dilation.
Do you extend a sphere?
No.
Okay, keep on. You flatten it out, right?
Yeah. Distension, dilation, expansion, stretching, spreading, lengthening, elongating, prolongating, protraction.
All right. Chapter 2, verse 22. He is the one who has made the earth a carpet. Farashin for you, a carpet. Carpet. He who made for you the earth a bed spread out, and the sky a ceiling. So Muhammad, because he was an idiot, thought that the sky was like an actual physical ceiling and the earth was physically flat and the sky was a ceiling over it. Worship God who rendered the earth as a floor for you and the sky as a dome.
According to the Quran, Alexander the Great, called Dul Qaryan, traveled so far east that he ended up finding the actual place where the sun physically sets. They will question thee concerning Dul Qarnayn. Say, I will recite to you a mention of him. We established him in the land, and we gave him a way to everything. And he followed away until when he reached the setting of the sun.
Okay, so when he reached the setting place of the sun, where the sun sets, where did he find the setting?
In a muddy spring.
One more time. Wait. No, read that one more time.
It says, When he reached the setting of the sun, he found it setting in a muddy spring.
Oh, but wait, it's going to get worse because I'm going to quote the hadith.
Yeah.
The hadith of Muhammad. Wait.
And he found nearby a people. We said, O Dhul Qarnayn, either thou shalt chastise them, or thou shalt take towards them a way of kindness. He said, as for the evildoer, him we shall chastise. Then he shall be returned to his Lord, and he shall chastise him with a horrible chastisement. But as for him who believes and does righteousness, he shall receive as recompense the reward most fair, and we shall speak to him of our command easiness. Then he followed away until when he reached the rising of the sun.
Now, did you catch it? He followed where the sun set, and then he followed where it rises from. This man is amazing. He found where the sun physically sets on earth and where it physically rises. So if he followed this genius, Einstein, Muhammad, the sun goes down in this muddy spring, and then, I don't know, I guess this muddy spring has a channel, like a canal, it goes through, and then boom, it pops up. Are you laughing at the messenger? See, now understand how brilliant Muhammad was. Even science hasn't caught up to Muhammad. Why? Because Muhammad believed, and I'm going to show you the hadith. It's a Sahih hadith, sound. He can't say, no, this is metaphorical, man. You don't know Arabic.
And it says, but as for now, him who believes and does righteousness, he shall receive a recompense, the reward most fair, and we shall speak to him of our command easiness. Then he followed away until when he reached the rising of the sun, he found it rising upon a people whom we had not appointed any veil to shade them from it. Sorry.
Now look at what genius Muhammad is. I mean, man, I swear I'm about to take Shahada. You and me, we're going to go to the mosque and take Shahada. Muhammad said that when Dhul Qarnayn found where the sun rises, it rose on a people that had no shade from the heat of the sun. So it scorched them. It burned them.
Till when he reached the setting place of the sun, he found it setting in a muddy spring.
Now, so people know where you're going. Now you're reading other translations that I provided, but I'm going to give you the hadith that's Sahih. Keep reading. So that was Pickthall. What did it say?
It says, till when he reached the setting place of the sun, he found it setting in a muddy spring. Pickthall.
All right.
Until when he reached the setting of the sun, he found it set in a spring of murky water. That's what something
Yusuf Ali. And then Hilali Khan says what?
Until when he reached the setting place of the sun, he found it setting in a spring of black, muddy, or hot water.
Now watch what Yusuf Ali is going to say about how perplexing, confusing this passage is. Read his note.
It says, this is the first of the 3 episodes here mentioned. His expedition to the west, reaching the setting of the sun, does not mean the extreme west, for there is no such thing. West and east are relative.
You think? Wait. You see Yusuf Ali, who knows science, writing in the 20th century, that there's no such thing, right, as what? Extreme west, right? Because in a spherical earth, there is no such thing extreme west, right?
Mm-hmm.
You think? Genius? Gee, you think there is no such thing extreme west unless the earth is flat?
It says it means western expeditions terminated by a spring of murky water. This has puzzled commentators.
Wait, it has done what for commentators?
Puzzled them.
You think that a book that claims to be eternal, uncreated, the speech of the creator of heaven and earth, that tells me that the sun physically sets in murky water, that has puzzled commentators? You think? No, that makes perfect sense, sir. Now you can skip that part. I'm going to tell you where to go. Go to the hadith right after. Keep going where it says one of the major signs of the hour.
That was at sunset. He said to me, O Abu Dhar, do you know where this sun sets? I said, Allah and his messenger know better.
Now watch this, brother. He's asking him, O Abu Dhar, do you know where the sun sets? And he goes, well, Allah and his messenger know best. You and Allah know, not me. Now notice his answer.
He said, it sets in a spring of murky water. Then it goes...
It does what?
Sets in a spring of murky water.
Wait, Muhammad interpreted chapter 18, verse 86 literally? Muhammad, who was the one who recited the Quran, says when the Quran says the sun sets in murky water, that's literal, that's actual, that's physical. So he didn't allegorize it?
No.
Okay, so finish it.
Then it goes and prostrates before its Lord and exalted in might and the ever majestic on the throne. It's time to go out. Allah allows it to go out and thus it rises. But when He wants to make it rise where it sets. He locks it up. The sun will then say, "Oh my lord, I have a long distance to run."
Wow! The sun actually speaks. Who would have thunk it, guys? So the sun says, Rabbi, my Lord, please, I got a long distance to travel. And it's kind of getting hot. So I want to just dip myself in that spring to cool off, oh Allah. It's a great distance for me to return to the sun to cool off. Come on, give me a break, Rabbi. You're laughing again at Allah. This is Allah's messenger, dude.
Welcome back. Hope you've learned from this amazing video. Please do it to like, subscribe, hit on the notification button so that each time we drop our amazing videos you'll be notified, and do it to write in the comment section whatever thing you've learned from this amazing video. As you can see in this video, this guy claimed to say that in the last day, that is Muhammad body will be wrapped up with a white cloth, and it is scientific written that already Muhammad is well wrapped up with a white cloth and his bone is well preserved. Is well preserved here on earth, because on the last day God will come himself and carried his body back to heaven. And Shamoun began to show this guy proof to tell him that no, your Muhammad is long gone and even his bones does not even exist. And Shamoun, after giving some proof, he began to laugh. Then he claimed to say that Pharaoh is one of the man that will come and carried his prophet's body. So does this thing really sound nice in hearing? From saying it is God, now the Quran is saying that it is Pharaoh that will come to carry their Muhammad's body. So in this tendency to tell you, these guys are confused in their religion. So as you can see, Shamoun went forward and showed this guy where it was said in their Quran that their Muhammad said that the sky is just like ceiling, so that each time you worship to your Allah, to their Allah, that their Allah is listening to them, because he made it clear here that Abdul Mana, which Muhammad said, is when you pray to your Allah, he will be the one to answer you, and your Allah is not far away from you, and your Allah is in the ceiling up there looking at you. So when he went forward, Shamoun started showing him that, okay, your Allah said he made here, that he made the heavens and the earth, but yet he is still made. So Muhammad has been a servant, been flooded in the air, that is being served in this earth. Why is it that he did not walk in miracle? So at the end of this debate, you can find out that this guy's theology, scientific theology that he thinks he knows, he never knew anything. So thanks for watching this amazing video, and hope to see you in our next debate.